Hi, everybody. I am Sandra the Sandini. I go by many other names, and in essence, truly was born and raised in Jasper National Park in Jasper itself. And the recent events of 2024, July 2024, and the fires that have swept through there have been um, pretty emotional as well as really triggering, I guess, in a lot of ways for many of us who were people who were on the outside looking in and born and raised there, as well as those who actually still have homes there and now have been displaced because of the evacuation, as well as possibly having lost their homes and businesses. And through all of this, but just been looking for some magical ways to support one another. I know I've gone into Edmonton, Alberta, and visited with friends. As evacuees come into my town, I'm 80 kilometers away from Jasper right now. As people are coming into my town to settle for the unforeseeable length of future, just getting together and being able to hug and talk amongst ourselves, hear their escape stories and things has been just really very, very powerful. And yet feeling like there's more that we can do. And in that beautiful soul of an incredible friend of mine reached out and said, "Hey, I'd really like to support this community." And the best way that I personally know how, and I'm speaking from her, is by offering an EFT tapping piece, emotional freedom tapping. And that's what we're going to do here today is we're going to do this tapping. It's ideally going to be available for you as people who are affected by the Jasper fires. And I'd like to bring Nicole on as well. So hi, Nicole. I know you're like literally oceans away. You're over in Greece right now, soon to be going over to South Africa to visit family, and just kind of really feeling the power of how we've been affected, all of us, by this, because we either are like myself, born and raised Jasperites, or no Jasperites, lived in Jasper, or like yourself, you could feel my anguish, you could feel my pain, and therefore, like we're so affected worldwide by this. So I'm going to give you the floor. First of all, though, I just like to bring us all into this beautiful space, and I invite you to close your eyes and take a few breaths. I invite you to ask your mind, body, and soul and all aspects of self to be willing to receive and share, to accept, trust, and believe, to truly love yourself in this space, to witness yourself, to acknowledge anything that you're going through, and to be open to letting go and releasing. Thank you. I find it really interesting that I'm literally holding my thymus area and my sacral chakra while I'm breathing my way through that. So I'm going to give you the floor, Nicole, and you do you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. Um, it's actually quite an honor that you are letting me into this beautiful healing space. And I respect that. And I hope I can hold that energy for you and invoke our healing powers to come through today. For those of you who are new to emotional freedom techniques or EFT tapping, as we love to call it is just a method that combines the Chinese acupressure. We work on meridian points in our body and modern day psychology. And what this does is it releases emotional blockages inside of us, allowing our body's natural energy flow to work beautifully and normally. And it obviously then will reduce our stress around things. So by tapping on the specific meridian points on the body, we can actually promote healing and reduce our stress. And what I really, really love about tapping is that it has this amazing ability to work with the amygdala at the base of your brain, which connects emotions to the event, which connects smells, anything that you can, experience through your physical five senses of sight, smell, touch, taste, everything. And it can now disconnect all of that from the event so that you are no longer being triggered. You're no longer walking into an area and perhaps somebody's cooking something on a barbecue and you smell the smoke and bam, you're back in what happened to you. And that to me is where the gift and the beauty in tapping lies, so that we can move forward in life. Yes, it happened. Yes, it's sad that it happened and we grieve what happened, but we don't want it now to be coming into everything else we do. We want to be able to release it, cherish it, hold on to those memories, but not be now affected by those memories for the rest of our lives. So what I want to start off with today is just some silent tapping, just to get us focused. And while you're going through and doing the silent tapping with me, I want you to focus on one word, and that's going to be safety. All right. I want you to feel safe in this area. And I want, whenever something happens and you're feeling triggered or you're not able to control the intense emotions that come in, I want you to come back to this exercise. I want you to find a space somewhere and you're going to sit and you're going to do the silent tapping. And the only thing you're going to be focusing on is the word safety. I am safe. All right. So take a lovely deep breath in and out. And as we tap on each tapping point, we're going to be taking a deep breath in and out. And I want you for this exercise to keep your eyes open. I don't want you to close your eyes because all we're doing is focused on being safe right now. All right, so take a lovely deep breath in and just keep that word safety in your mind. Just go around one more time. So this is just a lovely exercise that helps us come back into our body. It grounds us and brings us back into the present moment, which is why I wanted the eyes open. Okay, so what I thought of is our first tapping circle. And I need some input and feedback from you now to help guide me in how I can help you best right now. So in my mind, it would be the shock of what's going on. It was unexpected. It's a huge shock. And so if the shock of it is something that you would like us to start off with, can you just type yes in the chat or give me a thumbs up or something? And after that, or if there's something really, really else coming through, okay, perhaps you could share that with me and we can see where your headspace is and what's best for you. And then today I'm just going to work on that one thing. And then we're also going to just work on a bit of, although it's so difficult, it's just to accept that it happened, just to come to that place of acceptance. So there's something in the chat.
I just wanted to say that I live in Pennsylvania in the United States. I'm not involved at all. I just want to support those who are. For me, the energy I feel is the sense of loss that they must be feeling.
Yeah.
That's what comes up for me with the situation.
Definitely. It's the loss and the grief. It's a grieving, whether it's, I think most of all, it's grieving a way of life that you had, losing something that was so familiar and safe to yourself. And I'm definitely, we're having these tapping circles over the next, today and the next 3 days, and definitely grief will be one of them. I think before we move into grief is to just see where we are right now. And so so if you Sandra, what do you think? Do you think to work on the shock of it all?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just to get our headspace around what has happened, and then we can go in, and once that's calmed down a bit, work on the acceptance, and then move into grief. Okay. Thank you, Beverly. All right. So in this way, we're not going to do a tapping round like we did before. What I want you to do is make a little butterfly with your fingers like this, your hands like this. Your hands are facing you, not facing away, but facing you. That's it. Okay. And you're going to think of your hands as the little butterfly's wings. Okay. And bring your hand down to your chest over here. And you're just going to let those little wings beat gently, giving you a beautiful butterfly hug while we're working on this. All right. I'm not going to, normally in EFT, we would rate something and see how strong it is, and then we work the numbers and we bring them down. I'm not going to do that with this. I think the numbers are way, way high to do that. So let's just work on what the issue at hand is. Okay. So Sandra, would you like to be my echo?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right. So just do what I do and repeat what I say. Okay. And bring your issue to mind. Bring where you're feeling the shock of it all, how it came out the blue. You can even think of where you were when it started happening. Like find that space, the physical space where you were. Okay. Deep breath in and out. So even though I'm still in so much shock,
I'm still in so much shock,
I still can't believe what's happened.
I still can't believe what's happened.
A whole way of life
A whole way of life
burnt up,
burnt up,
and I'm feeling devastated inside of me,
and I'm feeling devastated inside of me,
not really being able to believe it at all.
not really being able to believe it at all.
How can I ever, ever begin to accept this?
How can I ever begin to accept this?
I don't think I ever can.
I don't think I ever can.
I choose right now
I choose right now
to begin to let this
to begin to let this
work over me
work over me
and see where I
and see where I
can be of help,
can be of help,
even though
even though
what's happened is devastating
what's happened is devastating.
and I'm in so much shock right now.
And I am in so much shock right now.
And I'm not sure
And I'm honestly not sure
what to do with myself
what to do with myself
because I can't believe it.
because I can't believe it.
I don't want to believe it.
I don't want to believe it.
I choose right now
I choose right now
to be okay with that
to be okay with that
and see where I can be of help
and to see where I can be of help
because it's through helping others
because it's through helping others
that perhaps I can begin to find some peace with this.
that perhaps I can begin to find some peace with this.
Even though
Even though
this event is choking me up,
this event is choking me up,
I'm totally devastated by it,
I'm totally devastated by it,
and still in so much shock.
and I'm still in so much shock.
I choose to be okay with myself
I choose to be okay with myself
for feeling like this.
for feeling like this.
Now we're going to go up with two hands this time. We're going to go up to the elbow and we're going to alternate this event.
This event,
I'm still in shock.
I'm still in shock.
I'm still in so much shock.
I'm still in so much shock.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
I don't want to believe
I
it.
don't want to believe it.
I'm in so much shock.
I'm in so much shock.
It just doesn't seem real.
It just doesn't seem real.
It doesn't seem like it's happening to me.
It doesn't seem like it's happening to me.
This event
This event
and what it has destroyed
and what it has destroyed
is so overwhelming for me.
is so overwhelming for me.
I feel so overwhelmed.
I feel so overwhelmed.
I feel so devastated.
I feel so devastated.
I feel lost.
I feel lost.
I'm in shock.
I'm in shock.
I'm feeling so much pain right now
I'm feeling so much pain right now
that I honestly don't know what to do with myself.
that I honestly don't know what to do with myself.
I'm overwhelmed.
I'm overwhelmed.
I know it's true,
I know it's true,
but I don't want it to be true.
but I don't want it to be true.
I don't want to face this.
I don't want to face this.
I feel so unattached from it.
I feel so unattached from it.
And yet there's a part of me
And yet there's a part of me
that knows exactly what's going on,
that knows exactly what's going on,
but I don't want to really see it.
but I don't really want to see it.
I'm in shock.
I'm in shock.
I'm in so much shock.
I'm in so much shock.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
I don't want to believe it.
I don't want to believe it.
I don't want it to be happening.
I don't want it to be happening.
I don't want it to have happened.
I don't want it to have happened.
If I could go back in time,
If I could go back in time,
I would stop it.
I would stop it.
But I can't go back in time.
But I can't go back in time.
but I can deal with what's happening
but I can deal with what's happening
by reaching out
by reaching out
and helping people.
and helping people.
Help to rebuild this community.
Help to rebuild this community.
Let people know that I am there for them.
Let people know that I am there for them.
I can't change anything,
I can't change anything,
but I can help rebuild.
but I can help rebuild.
I can be part of that process.
I can be part of that process.
We can restore life to this town.
We can restore life to this town,
Just like the phoenix bird.
just like the phoenix bird.
This town can be restored.
This town can be restored.
This town can have hope put back into it.
This town can have hope put back into it.
I'm in shock.
I'm in shock.
I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
I don't really want to feel it.
I don't really want to feel it.
But I don't want to be frozen either.
I don't want to be frozen either.
I don't want to just be a bystander.
I don't want to be just a bystander.
Saying, oh, this is terrible.
Saying this, oh, this is terrible.
I can be actively doing something.
I can be actively doing something.
Whatever it is that I am good at doing.
Whatever it is I'm good at doing.
I can be a helper.
I can be a helper.
I can bring aid to people.
I can bring aid to people.
In my own small way.
In my own small way.
But it can be so effective.
But it can be so effective.
I'm in shock.
I'm in shock.
I'm devastated.
I'm devastated.
Perhaps it's time to accept what has happened.
Perhaps it is time to accept what has happened.
So that I can get moving and get helping.
So that I can get moving and get helping.
People need my help right now.
People need my help right now.
And that is something I can do.
And that is something I can do.
Okay, take a lovely deep breath in. And out. So if anybody would like to share, if any thoughts came up perhaps on how you can help and how you can get help rebuilding the town, please feel free to share them in the chat with us. Or if you still feel like that you're still frozen and you still can't do anything, let me know that too. And we can do a little bit more tapping around that.
I personally feel a lot lighter now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it was very difficult to say those first words. And it was very freeing to put it to voice. Thank you.
Sometimes those feelings, they just need a voice. They just need to be heard. And it's difficult to say them. But if we're tapping and we're saying them, we're staying safe. We're changing the story. Because when we're telling ourselves that same story, oh, this is terrible, oh, this is awful, we're actually reinforcing that. So if we're tapping it and give those feelings a voice, we're releasing them, they feel heard, and then thoughts can come in on how we can move on and what else we can do now.
What a beautiful confirmation. I walked around the block this morning and I was thinking about how my body was reacting and to acknowledge those emotions, acknowledge those feelings. And then here you are, having us acknowledge them. Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful.
I tried to put it into the chat, but it was like too complicated. So
please share.
I'm a distance away, but I can hold and support the people and send them much energy. And you've helped clarify some specifics with the energies to hold and send and offer. So thank you.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Wonderful. And Beverly, can you share with us now that you've thought of an action step that you can take, how are you feeling around the event now? Has it changed? Are you feeling lighter?
Yes.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's just do a lovely round on that. Okay. Just come back to this little beautiful butterfly over here. All right. And say, even though I hate that this has happened,
I hate that this has happened.
I can't actually do anything to change the fact that it has happened.
I can't actually do anything to change the fact that it has happened,
But I can step into helping to heal what has happened.
but I can step into helping to heal what has happened.
I'm not powerless.
I'm not powerless.
I'm not helpless.
I'm not helpless.
And I'm not hopeless.
And I'm not hopeless.
I can do something.
I can do something.
I can send healing light and energy.
I can send healing light and energy.
If I happen to be far away from them.
If I happen to be far away from them.
And if I'm close up too.
And if I'm close up to.
I can walk around the town.
I can walk around the town.
Tapping like I am right now.
Tapping like I am right now.
And send healing energy to the town.
And send healing energy to the town.
I can walk around the town like I am right now.
I can walk around the town like I am right now.
Or I can picture the town.
Or I can picture the town.
Like it is right now.
Like it is right now.
And then I can picture it healed and whole again.
And then I can picture it heal and whole again.
I have healing powers within me.
I have healing powers within me.
And I can use them.
And I can use them.
Take a lovely deep breath in and out. And we have that power. You know, in Greece every summer, we have terrible raging fires as well. So this was something that really, really is far but close to me. And I used to drive my car up this beautiful mountain and to go to work every day. And one day, the kid culture was thinking about it. One day, that mountain in summer caught on fire. And so when I went to work again in September, instead of seeing the beautiful green trees, the grass, the bushes, it was just black and charred and burnt, and my heart just sank. And every single day that I went to work and I drove past that forest or the mountain, I scented healing energy for it to regrow again. And it took a couple of years, but today it's green. The trees are there again. People came up and planted trees afterwards. And so we do have powers inside of us, and we can use them now.
Yeah. I want to piggyback that. The town on the other side of us, I'm in Hinton, Alberta. There's Jasper, Hinton, and Edson. And on the other side of Edson, like there was a fire that went through there last year, and the purple fireweed is running rapid through that whole area. And so that beauty of that undergrowth is begun already. As well, too, the stories of what I'm hearing, like I spoke with an all-time resident, Grandpa Dong and his son, and how they want to rebuild. And so when you just did this last piece here, I can feel the energy of those people that I've heard, and how they're already thinking about how they're going to rebuild. And I can feel the energy and the power of that really being brought home in a very powerful way. So thank you for that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So if we are ready, and I can feel that energy coming in, let's just do some tapping on accepting what has happened. It is what it is. It's hard, I know, it's so hard. All right, so let's just stay back here on the butterfly and come back here. Take a deep breath in and out. So even though
even though
this is extremely hard and difficult for me to accept.
this is extremely hard and difficult for me to accept.
I am open to trying.
I am open to trying,
Even though
even though
it is so hard for me to accept that it has happened.
it is so hard for me to accept that it has happened,
especially when I can feel the loss.
especially when I can feel the loss.
I am open to finding a way.
I am open to finding a way,
Even though
even though
there's a huge part of me
there's a huge part of me
that doesn't want to accept this.
that doesn't want to accept this.
There's another part of me
There's another part of me
that realizes
that realizes
that healing can come from acceptance.
that healing can come from acceptance.
This is so hard for me to accept,
This is so hard for me to accept,
and I don't want to,
and I don't want to,
because there's a fear in me
because there's a fear in me
that if I do accept this,
that if I do accept this,
I'll be somehow saying
I'll be somehow saying
that I'm okay with this.
that I'm okay with this.
And I am definitely not okay with this.
And I am definitely not okay with this.
So I can't accept it.
So I can't accept it.
It's just so unfair.
It's just so unfair.
The damage is too great. You don't have to say it. It's okay. I don't want to accept this. I don't want to accept this. I really, really don't want to accept this. Because I am not okay with this.
Because I'm not okay with this.
I am not okay with what
I am
happened.
not okay with this, with what happened.
I am not okay with this.
I am not okay with this.
There's too much damage being done
There's too much damage being done
for me to ever be okay with this.
for me to ever be okay with this.
But what if accepting what has happened
What if accepting what has happened
doesn't mean I'm okay with it?
doesn't mean that I'm okay with it?
What if accepting what has happened
What if accepting what has happened
is just me acknowledging a fact?
is me just acknowledging a fact?
And because I'm not okay with that,
And because I'm not okay with that,
I can do something about it now.
I can do something about it now.
Because I am not okay with what happened.
Because I am not okay with what happened.
I am not okay with what happened.
I am not okay with what happened.
And it's okay for me
And it's okay for me
to never be okay with what happened.
to never be okay with what happened.
It just wasn't right.
It just wasn't right.
It just wasn't safe.
It just wasn't safe.
It was actually quite scary.
It was actually quite scary.
And I'm not okay with it.
And I'm not okay with it.
And perhaps me being not okay with it
Perhaps me being not okay with it
makes me more aware,
makes me more aware,
makes me more awake,
makes me more awake,
and creates opportunities
and creates opportunities
for me to help make sure
for me to help make sure
this never happens to anybody again.
this never happens to anybody again.
I don't want to accept this.
I don't want to accept this.
A large part of me does not want to accept it.
A large part of me doesn't want to accept this.
But there's this teeny tiny small part in me
There's this teeny tiny part of me
that knows
that knows
for me to move on,
for me to move on,
for me to be of help now,
for me to be of help now.
I need to accept this.
I need to accept this.
I am open
I am open
to finding a way
to finding a way
of how to accept this
of how to accept this
because I sure don't know.
because I sure don't know.
I am open to finding a way
I am open to finding a way
of making peace with this.
of making peace with this.
No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
How could I ever make peace with this?
How could I ever make peace with this?
I can't.
I can't.
But perhaps there is a way
But perhaps there is a way
that I can start
that I can start
so that I can
so that I can
be of help to others now.
be of help to others now.
And for me to truly be of help,
And for me to be truly of help,
I need to accept what has happened.
I need to accept what has happened.
And that will be difficult.
And that will be difficult.
But I can call on help.
But I can call on help.
I can call on help
I can call on help
from the energies of the universe
from the energies of the universe
to help me accept what has happened,
to help me accept what has happened,
to help me
to help me
come to terms with it
come to terms with this
so that I can be of help to others now.
so that I can be of help to others now.
I want to help others.
I want to help others.
I want to help the town heal from this.
I want to help the town heal from this.
I want to be able to bless the town with love
I want to be able to bless the town with love
and see life grow back in it,
and see life grow back in it,
to see businesses spring up again,
to see businesses spring up again,
to see a new church being built
to see a new church being built
where I can create new memories there
where I can create new memories there
and cherish my old memories
and cherish my old memories
without feeling sad every time I think of it.
without feeling sad every time I think of it.
Because my memories should be happy memories.
Because my memories should be happy memories.
Happy things took place there.
Happy things took place there.
And I want to have happy memories of that church.
And I want to have happy memories of that church.
And to help build a new one.
And to help build a new one.
So other people can build happy memories.
So other people can build happy memories.
Perhaps I'm a little bit more open now to accepting.
Perhaps I'm a little bit more open now to accepting.
Because by accepting, I can start to be helpful.
I can start to be helpful.
I can start to do things.
I can start to do things.
Yes, there's a part of me.
Yes, there's a part of me
that might never accept really and truly what happened.
That might never accept really and truly what happened.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
As long as it's just a small part of me.
As long as it's just a small part of me.
Deep breath in. So if we think about now just being a little bit more on board with accepting what has happened, where are you now? Is it becoming a little bit easier? Is it still very, very difficult?
It's for myself, and I speak only for myself in this, I feel the energy of the possibilities through the loss. There seems to be like almost like magic fairy dust has been sprinkled on this now, and it just feels a lot easier to handle.
Wonderful. So if you're still in a position where you still just can't accept it, please come back and do the tapping again and again and again. It really will start to help you relax and see what you can do from this point onwards. Okay, so why don't we do that? We have a few minutes left here. So why don't we sprinkle some fairy dust of growth, possibilities, and hope over Jasper? Okay, let's make our beautiful little butterfly again and come back here. All right, now you close your eyes. And I want you to imagine this fairy dust coming down from above, and it's going to sprinkle itself all over Jasper and any surrounding areas that got affected. Sandra, can you tell us, and everyone's going to think of their own color, but can you tell us the color of your fairy dust?
Sparkling turquoise blue.
Sparkling turquoise blue. So you're going to keep that color. Everyone's going to keep their color. Beverly, do you have a color of your fairy dust?
Gold.
Gold fairy dust. And is it a sparkly gold or just like a dull gold dust coming down?
Sparkly fairy dust has to be sparkly.
Wonderful, wonderful. And Barbara, do you want to tell us what your color of your fairy dust is?
There it is. I'm on my phone. I can't find my buttons. Pink.
Your
Feeling
pink.
pink.
Is it a bright neon pink or like a pale dusty pink?
In between.
In between.
A definite
and
pink,
yours,
but not bright. It's
not bright. Okay. And is it sparkly as well, or is it just a nice, pretty pink?
here. It's a nice, pretty pink.
Nice, pretty pink. Beautiful. All right. So close your eyes. Everybody imagine their healing fairy dust coming down and just sprinkling itself all over Jasper. And we're just going to stay here and we're going to tap. And when you think that your fairy dust has settled in and the healing has begun, then you can let me know that. And just picture it coming down from above, falling on the town, falling on the buildings, the ground, the animals, the people. And now it's just letting its healing power work. Has these beautiful rejuvenating powers in it that everything is going to come back to life now. She can even see it start to work. Just let it rain down though. And perhaps you can see some greenery shooting up. You know, nature's very, very stubborn. I've seen a daisy come up through the cracks in the concrete on the sidewalk. Perhaps you can see people organizing how new buildings are going to be built. And let it sprinkle down on the people and healing them and helping them feel safe again. You feel that it's done its work. You can take a deep breath in and open your eyes. All right. I hope that brought a little bit of ease, some love back into it, some hope back into everything.
Wow. Yeah. That was very, very, very powerful, very magical. Um, yeah. It's so interesting because I'm just feeling this sense of peace that I have been looking for, I guess you could say. This sense of peace, this um you hit on some very, very beautiful and magical points in your words as we tap through that because as I mentioned, I was born and raised there and feeling so many different things um and I'm sure that others have and this is possibly something that you can very much address tomorrow on our next call is the survivor's guilt. I've heard a lot of those stories. And I'm not talking about the people survivors, but that their home survived versus their neighbors didn't or somebody else's didn't. So we'll definitely come back and address that tomorrow. This has been
Sounds like
just
a great
beautiful,
idea.
Nicole.
My pleasure. It's been an honor to be here with you. And I'm looking forward to us gathering again tomorrow.
Thank you.
Stay well.